One would hate to appear uninformed, or cold, or remotely remote.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be looking at everything we know about The Crown Season 5 so far.
That's it. In a nutshell, do you need more?
A little.
For this essay, we'll be looking at all the details that have thus far been revealed about the next instalment of this royal drama. What are you most looking forward to in Season 5? Let us know in the comments. As is tradition on The Crown, Season 5 introduces a brand new cast to show the progression of time.
The story moves on and you become the Queen.
Following in the footsteps of Claire Foy and Olivia Colman, Imelda Staunton is next in line to slip on Queen Elizabeth II's crown. The actress has had an illustrious career so far, spanning film, television and stage.
And how lovely to see all your bright, happy faces smiling up at me. I'm sure we're all going to be very good friends.
You may recognise her as Dolores Umbridge from the Harry Potter movies and Maud Bagshaw in Downton Abbey. Or maybe you were lucky enough to catch her in one of her 13 Olivier Award-nominated roles on the London stage.
Everything's coming up roses for me and for you.
Staunton is a self-professed fan of The Crown, but she admitted that playing a more contemporary version of the current monarch is an extra challenge. After all, this is a phase that most audiences will recognise.
There's pressure from every angle. I'm following two extraordinary actresses, but I'm also following one extraordinary human being, which is the Queen.
But Staunton is such a talented performer that we're sure she'll do a regal job. Joining her as Prince Philip is Oscar-nominated actor Jonathan Pryce. He takes over the role from Matt Smith and Tobias Menzies. You might know him from Game of Thrones, Brazil, Tomorrow Never Dies, and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
I'm concerned about the effect this subject will have upon my daughter.
My apologies, Governor Swan.
Actually, I find it still fascinating.
Yes, that's what concerns me.
Leslie Manville will be taking over the role of Princess Margaret from Vanessa Kirby and Helena Bonham Carter. She's no stranger to the royal sets either, having appeared in The Queen.
You surprise me, Prime Minister. I can hardly believe that you'd be so interested in recent press speculation. I became interested when I heard that the source was your press secretary, ma'am.
Some of her other credits include Phantom Thread, Maleficent, and Another Year. It's not the first time she and Staunton acted together either. She called playing sisters with her dear friend nothing short of a complete joy.
I saw that.
We're starting again. Suit yourself, greedy, bloated goat.
The royal family is completed with star of stage and screen Marsha Warren slated as the Queen Mother, Claudia Harrison as Princess Anne, James Murray as Prince Andrew, and Sam Wolfe as Prince Edward. Casting for Sarah Ferguson has also been announced as Emma Laird Craig. There's also the return of the infamous love triangle. Dominic West, best known for The Wire and The Affair, takes over from Josh O'Connor as Prince Charles.
Guess I'll see you around town.
Yeah, there's no real way to avoid it.
Olivia Williams, recognisable from An Education, Emma and The Sixth Sense, continues the role of Camilla Parker Bowles from Emerald Fennell.
This is an important night for us. Finally, someone is recognising the sacrifices you've made.
And following in the footsteps of Emma Corrin as Princess Diana is Australian actress Elizabeth Debicki. You may have seen her in A Few Best Men, The Great Gatsby, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Don't screw with the sovereign.
However, rumour has it that Corrin made such an impact in the role that they might be returning for some flashback scenes in the upcoming series too.
You were a complete triumph.
It'll go down in history as one of the great Balmoral debuts, the perfect 10.
There are some other major casting reveals that give us a slight indication of the timeline we can expect.
Do you see the beast? Have you got it in your sights?
For instance, Trainspotting star Johnny Lee Miller has been cast as Prime Minister John Major. There are also talks of Fleabag star Andrew Scott potentially joining as his successor Tony Blair.
Father Patrick sadly died, so I got the gig.
The Al Fayeds, who play a pivotal role in Diana's story, have also been cast. Mohammed Al Fayed, the former owner of the famous Harrods store in London, is being played by Salim Dow, known for his roles in Oslo, The Bureau and Fauda. Dodi Fayed, with whom Diana was in a relationship, who was also sadly killed in the car accident, will be played by Khaled Abdallah. You may have seen him in Hannah or The Kite Runner. So the casting gives us some idea of what events may be covered in Season 5. But what else do we know about the plot? Well, not much has been revealed yet, so a lot is based on speculation. If you recall, Season 4 ended in 1990. We also know that show creator Peter Morgan plans to end the series somewhere near the start of the new millennium. So we can assume that it will focus on the 90s, which was a very turbulent period for the royal family. In fact, the Queen has referred to 1992 as her annus horribilis.
I suspect that I'm not alone in thinking it so. Indeed, I suspect that there are very few people or institutions unaffected by these last months of worldwide turmoil and uncertainty.
Although it marked her Ruby Jubilee, it was also the year that 3 out of 4 of her children either separated or divorced from their significant other.
Comes a point in any failing marriage, and here I speak with some experience, when you realise there's no point in trying anymore. It's easier to just let the current take you away.
It was also the year that Windsor Castle was significantly damaged by fire, and the Prime Minister decided that the monarchy should start paying income tax.
If one is really going to create what I've called a classless society, I mean a society in which the opportunities are the same for people across the whole country.
There was a lot going on outside the palace walls too. From the Gulf War to the ongoing conflicts with the Provisional Irish Republican Army, which was touched upon in Season 4.
To Irish Republicans, Lord Mountbatten was the ultimate symbol of imperialist oppression. Each year, he came to sit in his castle on land stolen by the English. He knew the risks in coming here.
Perhaps in light of the Black Lives Matter movement, Stephen Lawrence's story will be told as well. Season 4 showed the beginnings of Diana and Charles' crumbling relationship, and we imagine that Season 5 will delve in even further.
I refuse to be blamed any longer for this grotesque misalliance! I wash my hands of it!
In 1992, the couple had separated, and by 1996, divorce proceedings were underway. After their separation, Diana became more vocal about their strained relationship and her difficulties adjusting to royal life.
Because I do things differently, because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head.
So perhaps the release of Andrew Morton's bombshell biography will be covered as well. According to Deadline, a shocking interview on BBC's Panorama will feature during this season.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
If we had to venture a guess, we might say that Season 5 could end with Labour taking back number 10, when Tony Blair won the 1997 election. However, nothing has been confirmed yet.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
One thing we do know is that there will be a 6th season. This was the original plan, but Peter Morgan had, at one point, decided to end the series after Season 5.
Don't do that to me.
However, he said that he decided to return to his initial plan in order to do justice to the richness and complexity of the story. Just don't get too excited, because it's still incredibly unlikely that it will delve into more recent events. The plan to end in the early 2000s remains. So now that we have a rough idea of what to expect, you probably want to know when Season 5 will hit our screens.
We have so much to make you happy.
Then how come none of it does?
Well, again, if you're patient.
Well, also, as is tradition for the show, there was a longer break between filming following the cast change. In fact, production only began in the summer of 2021.
Perhaps we could meet again in the autumn. Oh dear, you'd rather not.
It's just such a long way away.
According to the Queen herself, well, the new Queen, we can expect to see Season 5 on Netflix in November 2022. If that seems like a long time to wait, The Crown has been releasing stills of their cast in action to keep us going until then.
On behalf of the cast and crew, we look forward to bringing you the next season of The Crown in November 2022.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.